Hello and welcome back to Roll Call! Tonight for our 39th episode of our main Bards and Nobles campaign. Thank you guys so much for being here. We hope you had a good week and a nice Friday so far. We're glad you're here. Before we get into it, let's do our usual around the table.
Around the table?
Look, they're not at a table, but it's around the table.
Are you talking about announcements and
Yes.
shit? Okay, so last week we had the one shot of the Monstrosity Manor. It was the somewhat Jurassic Park feeling kind of one with a mysterious ending that, I think Brandon has the solution to the question.
How it went. It took me a lot of looking over stats, health, optimized plans, optimized rolls, how well you guys would do. I rolled a percentile die to see if Thorant would make it in time to help you. And he did, which then gave you the advantage, which then led, unfortunately, to one of the characters passing.
Oh, no! It was Cecil.
Because of their frontline nature and their willingness and the amount of damage they took in a previous fight, Yif, you're slain.
The only one that probably could have brought somebody back to life.
Just how much damage that you took, and then the amount of Tarask, and you were pretty much the healer on everyone. Everyone was taking you were popping, you were doing what you could. And you healed Cecil. Cecil's alive because you popped the spell, but that didn't leave anything for Yef to heal himself.
That is okay. See, now Yef resides with the mighty Yef, where he truly belongs.
In Yef.
Cleric doing a good cleric thing.
In the Yef. So you all won. You did take out. You freed the Tarask. And you took the babies and you rode them into the water where you hopped off, and the Tarask just left into the water and kind of Godzilla'd it.
Nice.
So, technically, if you want to get real with it, Cecil's missing an arm. Valentuna has severe damage. And I can't pronounce her. Kiva? Yeah, there it is. Kiva. Kiva was the most unarmed. You kind of did the in and out of shadows a lot, so
rogue.
Yeah,
the roguey stuff.
The rogue stuff. So now, if you want the niceness, Cecil got the killing blow on Mr. Cammond. So yeah.
Does that mean I get a Warforged arm now? Because that'd be dope.
There are spells that let you grow back your arm, but sure. Cecil now has a mechanical arm that just loads up arrows and just...
Oh, boy.
That's better.
I don't know what's cooler. Growing my arm back or having a robot arm that shoots arrows.
But you can catch that one shot on YouTube. It is currently up. If you want to check out the link in chat, those are for our social medias, including YouTube.
Yes. Yeah, we left that one with a little bit of a cliffhanger where we kind of finished the story, but not entirely. And that's where Brandon came back with our final results of everything.
So, with that out of the way, how about any upcoming things?
Tomorrow, Saturday, you can catch Sam on the RPG table on Twitch, where she's playing Vampires the Masquerade, the vampire tabletop RPG. So you can check out her, Junie, Mystic, Nerdy, Zed, and Tanari. She is the newest one, so I don't know her so well.
Yeah.
Because clearly I watch.
But most importantly, I get to play Dr. Sexy. So that's what really matters.
McSteamy.
Come watch me play
McDreamy.
Dr. Sexy. McDreamy, McSteamy. Yep.
And then that means on Sunday they have their follow-up show.
Take a breath.
Take a breath. That's right. Your campaign is called The Last Breath, and your follow-up is Take a Breath.
And that link is also in chat for the RPG table.
Right. Coming up next week, you'll see the first or our first attempt at trying to do a quick recap of this episode. On Thursdays, where it used to be traditionally Roll for Bluff, our wonderful DM Brandon is going to try and condense a 4-hour session to a under 5-minute recap.
A
Be
minute, so an hour.
Yeah. It's like, and here's a recap of last episode. About 4 minutes.
Go.
And yeah, I'll see if I can figure out a way to put a timer.
Okay, so with that off the table, more table jokes.
Get out.
I can't with the DM. Let's
Kicks him from the room.
let's get back into it. Last time on our Bards and Nobles campaign, after a hard-fought victory against the evil spirit Roulette, the team had talked amongst themselves, and through some internal turmoil of Solomon, he went for guidance, and from that was ushered away by Paylor himself to leave the group and continue his trials of a paladin's life. Though, the upside is, our fearless heroes, for all their good deeds, Paylor saw them worthy to keep the boat.
Nice.
So, after giving Roulette's spirit to the proper channels, they are now walking from the church of Paylor, where they left off, back to the tavern of which they're staying.
Right. The half and half building.
Yes.
What was it called? The steam vent.
Yes. The steam vents. So, yes, it's everything's all steamy in the city.
Right. It's run by 2 dragonborns.
Yes, one showing blue front scale red tinge, the other one red front scale blue tinge.
I was pretty sure that's what I remember.
Yep.
Hey, looks like I lucked out without having to pay for Solomon's room.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's true.
Divine help.
Yeah. Oh, I just planned really far ahead and didn't know it.
Yeah, okay.
Sword sees the future. Help.
That's why I'm missing an eye.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, about that.
About that. We need to talk about that.
Talk about that.
We've kind of glossed over that subject.
Yeah,
So I guess we're walking out of the church.
Mhm.
And I guess Soren will be like, I'm going to the bar. This has just been, like, the worst day. Goodbye. And by goodbye, he's going to turn around and sit down on the train. Because I assume that we have to get on the train to go anywhere.
Yeah, you're going to have to, you walk from there, you walk to the train.
I turns around and sits down and just closes his eyes. Just, you can tell that Soren is just worn out physically, emotionally, it's been a rough day.
And normally where Chet would probably try to cheer him up, he would probably leave him alone. Just let him be exhausted on the train. And instead he'll offer a seat, do like the gentlemanly thing to Morena.
Because you're back in your own bodies.
Yeah.
I was gonna go and poke at Soren.
You can ignore it.
I mean, you
Poke at
can.
Soren, that's fine.
Soren's
Well,
just
no, I was
sitting
gonna
on the
like,
train.
since he's sleeping, I wanted to look at the eye. But I'm just gonna go.
Do that child thing where it's like a parent sleeping and just walk over like, you awake?
No, I wanted to do it to his glass eye. It's just like lift
Well, I
the
don't
pad
have
and look at the
glass
glass
eye.
eye.
It's a blinded eye, so it's like a whiteout eye. So it's not.
It's
fake.
got like cataracts.
It's still an eye. It's not like tink tink when you poke it.
It'll be like the telltale heart. You're just kind of like, hi.
So is that what Miranda's going to do? She's going to sit next to Soren and kind of poke him in the general eye area, going like, "Can we talk about this?"
No, I'm not gonna sit down. I'm just gonna like walk over and look at it and then go sit down.
You feel that chill touch as Morena just walks past Chet for a moment. Just the chill touch spell just grabs Chet's arm.
Like, ugh, my heart.
And then she sits down.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
If you take the peaceful peaceful train back after a long day of traveling, fighting, dealing with losing an ally. The train ride back is peaceful and soothing as you look over the sights of the city on the various tiers, from the upper levels of the city where people walk in more elegant wear and more what appears to be the higher socialite class are walking upon the higher tiers of the city and the walkways and pathways, as the caste system becomes more and more clear as you look down, and as you slowly begin to descend to the southern part of the city where the steam vents are located, as you stop on the ground level and exit the train.
Soren's gonna just start heading towards the steam vents, kind of like that like just tired, like waking up a high school kid to get ready for school. That kind of walk where he's like half, just his eyes are half open and just 8 feet of just Goliath just trudging down the street.
Chet will look at Morena and say, so are you gonna go drink too?
I was gonna say no, but Morena would say yes. Yes.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna grab some stuff. I still got to work on my class. I'm not finished. I'm almost done. I'll meet you guys at the bar.
Okay, have fun.
All right.
How close are you guys to me?
They're
you.
they're like right behind.
So I would have heard that, right?
Yep.
Soren's going into dad mode. He's gonna stop, turn around, and be like, "Go on a date somewhere." He will. Let's see, because you guys are pretty broke.
I was gonna say, Chet ain't got no money.
Soren is gonna give you guys 10 gold. He'll pick up like Chet's hand and drop 10 gold into it, and go. Either work on class later or after dinner. You two, we're back in our bodies. It's been a day. Treasure time you have. Go have a date.
Oh my gosh, I just realized I still have 100 gold.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah,
Chet
I'm
is
pretty
broke. Because you have to keep in mind, remember, Soren thinks of you as his daughter right now. So he's just like, all right, boyfriend of daughter, here's money. Take daughter out to date. Go. We've had hard day. Go treat her to dinner.
Chet will just stand there with the gold in his hand, like, look at Morena like, you wanna? Like, it's up to you.
I will indulge.
All right. Would in the area that we're in, like, is there obviously like a restaurant nearby?
Oh,
or...
you're in like the bar and like you're in that district. Like that's the tourism
Okay.
bars like restaurant district, right? You notice, you remember you are next to the carnival. You
Okay.
can see the large wall of the carnival off in the
I was gonna
distance.
say, because the steam vent is like right next to the train station, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've been walking a bit. Is there still a dragonborn outside of the steam vent?
Right now, no. It's now it's a half orc.
Okay. Are we close enough where I can ask him a question? Just
Yeah.
like, excuse me, is there a restaurant nearby that I can send these 2 lovebirds to that's nearby?
I don't know if I'm the one you need to be asking. He kind of gestures to his face. He has like a large cut here. He's like, I'm not too particular with the dating, but
And Soren will gesture in his face. Me neither. Me neither.
I guess you could go to the Dwindled Spider. It's a organic hootsy fruitsy place. I don't know. It's just up the road.
That works for them. You heard him. Yeah, head up the road. just shooing you
As
guys
Soren
away.
shoos us away and we start walking, I'm gonna like whisper to Morena so Soren can't hear. Like, do you really want to go to some Tootsie Fruitsy place or?
I'm tired. I really don't mind.
I assume you guys will find something as you walk down the road.
Yeah. So as we're walking down the road, what are we seeing? Like what?
You're seeing, as you walk, you see various tourist places. Like you see the stereotypical gift shop. You see the stereotypical like the pretty much, if you think of when you're in DC or places like capitals and things like that, or like state capitals, there's various attraction shops of like oddities and mysteries to mom and pop like family diners to a large like show-stoppy type restaurant where they're pulling out all the stops to pull in customers. Think of New York. Like all the different things in New York right now. You're kind
Is
of
there some place that looks like one of the mom and pop places like that might stand out?
to chat, roll perception.
Yeah. That's probably not going to be super great. What is modifier? Yeah, that's only going to be a 6.
You don't find very much anything particular standing out to you.
Okay. I'm not. I mean, anything catching your eye?
Yes, roll me perception.
Me?
Yes, you.
Yeah.
That's a 15.
All right. You see, while you're looking around, you see a man with a tall figure off in the distance on your left, about 200 feet away. You see him standing there with a large cauldron, standing outside of what appears to be not a fine dining establishment, not even like a regular building, more like a ramshackle but pieced together, well maintained but not eloquently built place called the Gritty Gourd. And you see this figure as you approach. His large golden-like mane hangs down as he stands stirring a giant pot. You notice you've never really seen this race of people before. Chet, you have. As you get closer and you see Miranda staring, it is a Leonin. This 7.5 foot tall, golden into sandy brown mane, like buff man who is standing there trying to call people in. You see he's wearing various different carvings of animals and like pieces of nature and like a bear tooth, and on it like one of the things is like an elk horn or elk horn, like symbol of an elk on him. He's covered in like naturey stuff, but he is jacked to the nines. Food here. Well cooked food. As you begin to get closer, the smell is what attracts Chet.
It's chilly.
It smells like country fried something.
Oh.
It smells like good old-fashioned home-style cooking.
Smells like Nana's house.
It smells finger licking good.
Oh, Colonel Sanders.
Colonel
Shit.
Senpai.
Come in,
Chet
Chet Boone.
Oh, what's that smell? That smells good.
He's looking as you're looking over towards him. He looks and goes, "You guys want some food?"
It's like the best restaurant I ever want to like see in real life. Just some guy outside going, "Y'all want food? We got food."
We got this is an old Fleeceman family recipe.
Can I what, investigate or like
Insight
What
him,
it
or
is.
you want to look
Yeah.
at what it is? You're gonna
I'll look at
insight
what
the
it is.
food. Okay, so you're gonna need to give me on that one. Investigate. You're gonna be more of kind of perceive it. Investigate. You really gotta be like in it.
Yeah. So it's insight.
No, if you're gonna insight him, you can insight how truthful he's being, or you can perceive the stew.
Oh, I forgot perception's a thing. I'm gonna insight him. That's an 8.
It's some sort of broth liquid with meat, vegetables, and various things in it that appears to be a stew.
Okay, do I see that Chet is intrigued by it?
Hey Chet, how intrigued are you?
I mean, I'm pretty intrigued.
Smells like Nana's house.
Then
It
yes.
smells like Nana's house. Yeah.
So I see this.
Yep.
I can sense that.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to pop the question of, do you want to go ahead and no.
Oh, that turned. I was like, she's gonna pop the question in front of his restaurant.
So soon.
Wrong phrase. Does she? I'm gonna ask if he wants to go and eat some. There you go.
Chet'll be like, yeah, that sounds great.
And so you guys start approaching. He'll be like, "All right, welcome to the gourd." You can tell he doesn't really care about the name of the restaurant.
It changes on a weekly basis.
It ain't about the name, it's about the food.
So can I interest you in some stew and some cornbread?
Yes.
Or marshmallows, apparently.
That's the weirdest cornbread I've ever seen. I think it's spoiled. He's going to. Do you want one bowl, one big bowl to share, or two?
Oh, gosh, it's gonna be like a milkshake situation.
But with soup.
He's gonna look. He's looking at you, Chet.
Let's go with 2 bowls.
2 bowls. Do you want kid size or do you want actual size? You're kind of small.
Chet is gonna briefly remember those weights that Soren gave him. Make a mental note to use them. And then say, well, I reckon that depends on the adult size. Are we talking like
one
like-
moment?
like-
He's gonna leave, and he's gonna you're gonna hear like some clanking and like crashing. He comes out with 3 very mismatched bowls. Like they don't even look like they were. 2 of them don't even look like they were made in the same era, let alone like the same material.
I love this place.
Oh, it's my favorite restaurant ever.
The one about this big, it's like a small crock for like French onion soup is what the small one is. And then like one like that big around, that deep is the one of them's like that made of like tin. The other one's a little bit smaller, made of clay.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'll take the tin one.
Right. It's gonna be hot though.
Like spicy.
No, like heat.
Oh, gotcha.
As he starts to
Hot
lay
food
it
in.
in.
Oh,
Oh, all right. Did you want the cornbread?
Oh yeah, I want the cornbread.
1 piece or 2?
Give me 2.
I was expecting 4.
Dude,
Alright.
Chet's like mumbling, "Do I want the cornbread?"
He comes out and he gives you what appears to be a small tin about that big, about that deep. He just comes out with 2 of those, pops them out, and just places it on top. And
Nice.
just, there you go. And for the lady, do you want the small one or the big one?
I will go with the small one.
Alright, you want half a piece of cornbread? I don't know if I could fit the whole thing on top.
Sure.
Okay, one moment. He comes down, just... Here you go. That'll be... whatever you think is fair.
I love this place.
So being a little bit of a cook, not having cooking utensils is a skill, but being a little bit of a cook and making chili, could I do like a check to see if I can guesstimate what the cost of all the products would be?
Certainly can.
Okay. And what would that be? Like intelligence?
Yeah, be a
Not
history.
history? Okay. Good. If I fail this, it's my own fault.
Yeah, it is.
It's your own fault.
Okay, so how does a 28 sound?
It sounds like you're able to look at it and piece all of the ingredients together, and you realize that this is pretty much a cowboy chili. It's like a rough stew. It's not really much. It's whatever he could find. The cornbread though, that's made of some like high quality stuff, and you don't quite understand how he has it. But you could surmise that for 2 bowls and 2.5 slices of the cornbread, it would roughly be like a silver and 5 copper.
Okay.
Not much.
I'm gonna actually give him 2 gold.
Oh my god. Can you count? Do you need change?
No, I'm good, man. The rest is a tip.
Oh my god, thank you.
You're welcome.
Kinda just stumbled on this place and no one was here, so I kinda started cooking.
Nice.
Fucking empty building is like screw it.
That's very that's ingenuity, my friend. That right there.
Yeah, I'm just traveling through and I figured I could just cook. It's whatever was left, and no one has been here for like 2 days.
Right.
The owner's gonna show up tomorrow.
Well,
The name's,
best of luck.
The name's Gordon. Gordon Fleeceman.
Gordon Fleeceman, nice to meet you. Name's Chet.
Oh gosh, he's got a half-life, doesn't he?
Nice to meet you. And your name is?
Morena.
It's a pleasure to meet you. You guys make a lovely couple.
Thank you.
Please come back to the gourd as long as I'm here.
Will do.
I'm also a hired mercenary if you need help.
Well, that's you know what? That's good to know. Always nice to know.
My rates are as long as you feed me, I'm good.
Dealing in food. That's a good way to go.
Oh my god.
Is there like a place nearby that like we could sit?
He has made 2 like benches.
Nice.
Meaning it's a whole bunch of scrap that he threw together and made sturdy, and it's there next to where he is. So you're like within like hearing range.
Shot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can have a seat over there. If you're probably wondering what I'm wearing, you see, this is a bear, and that's an elk, and the hawk's on here somewhere.
He's a totem barbarian, isn't he?
And I like traveling. What are you guys in town for? He's just gonna continue to spy. Are you gonna have to kill me? I just fed you.
I'm joshing with you, friend.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm Gordon.
You can get
No,
the sense that he is not smart.
Yeah, Chet figured.
Got a little bit of a Soren.
No,
quality
we're
to
just
you.
No,
sitting down
worse than
visiting.
Soren.
We're passing through more or less.
Where you going?
Not really sure, just sort of wandering around.
You need a friend? You look kind of small. I could help.
You know, I love making friends. And I'll tell you what, I would love to be your friend. I do have another big friend.
Oh, he's gonna let me just look down defeated.
Oh no!
I understand you. There's not enough food for 2 big people.
Sorry, just for clarification, because I keep hearing he's small. How tall is Chet again?
He's like 6 foot.
Chet is, like 6. But
Yeah, no,
compared
he's
to
not small.
opponent-
This guy's like a 1.5 feet taller and just like
Yeah, he's like
yoked.
Soren size. It's like Soren standing next to Chet. He's huge.
He's
thought he
huge.
was like
He's
5
got
feet.
like muscles that are the size of a cannonball.
Sean's offended.
Sean's like, what's wrong with being 5 feet?
Nothing. Whole beans. Perfect.
No, Chet's 6'1". But next to a Leonin or a Goliath, he's tiny.
Like you're smaller, but he's not going to say
Definitely.
anything to you because he's a gentleman.
Gentleman
I'm a
gold.
foot smaller.
After he says like not enough to feed 2 people, Chet's gonna be like, no. I just meant I have another friend that I think that you and him would get along pretty well.
Does he
I'll
like
send him
bears?
your way. I'm not sure if he likes bears. I've never seen him interact with a bear.
That's true. You don't know that my father's name is Bear Skinner.
No, Chet doesn't know that.
He did interact with bears. His father killed them. All right, so and now we're gonna over to Soren, who walks into the steam part of the steam vent.
Steam part. And I guess I'll head over to the bar and sit down, and at the earliest convenience for the bartender, I'll wave them down.
All right.
He's patient. He'll wait.
It's not.
Like, how
it's
busy-
not. It's not super crowded right now. You're also kind of standing out.
What? Me? No.
Yeah, crazy, right? So you look over and you notice there is, a few, what appear to be the standard customers, individuals that have seen that always have their spot. People are talking to them, friend groups. You get to notice there's a few people who you see them coming in from the other entrance, from the inn portion, where they enter in, are seated, or go up to the bar where you are. You see a cavalcade of individuals ranging from, the usual wait staff of lesser humanoids to individuals playing cards. People are just doing drinking contests. You get, a bartender comes up to you fairly quickly and, so what are you having? You see it's a halfling who comes over on what appear. You notice that the bar is kind of extended, like the back behind the bar is extended. There's a portion where someone, the smaller wait staff can walk up and be on eye level with people, and then a few steps, like a step back, is a lower part where the taller individuals can be equal, so everyone's still at equal height.
Soren will look at her, rub his eyes a bit, be like, "Ugh. I would love a large tankard of mead if possible."
All right,
That'd be
you're looking a little tired. Do you need a steam vent sunrise?
Whatever that is, great.
All right, I'll be right back for you, sugar.
Thank you so much.
Give me a perception check.
What is Soren's perception? Oh, it's a +4. That could be worse. That makes it a 16.
All right, so looking around, you see a few individuals that appear to. There's the classic individuals that don't really want to be bothered. You see a group of guardsmen that are off duty. They have flipped. You haven't seen this before, but they have flipped their symbol, the Crown Guard symbol. They've flipped it to what appears to be an inverted, like darker color scheme. And you see they have their helmets off. They're drinking. You can only surmise that they're off duty at this point.
Right. Do I make eye contact with them?
Yes.
I'll just kind of like nod at them, kind of out of like a respectful like hello.
And over walking in between individuals, swaying a little bit back and forth, you hear clip, clap, clip, clap, clip, clap of something you Sorn, Thunderfist, Jotunhai, born of Jeroen, son of Thor, have never seen before. A satyr. As this satyr is leaning over and, like, awkwardly sometimes leaning into individuals that don't really want to talk and trying to talk, and they're like, go away, go, I don't know, stop. And then walking over to someone in, like, you can only imagine they're saying something like, you look a bit tense, and they're, like, doing some sort of, like, medical chiropractic with their fists and just, like, kneading out. They're just like, I don't know you. As they make their way towards the bar, you see. You can describe yourself now.
That's your son. That's your cue.
So, see. Yeah. Anyways, so Satyr, he's 5 foot.
You're very. I hope you don't have any smaller friends. I'd feel real bad for.
Lightish brown hair, goat legs, clearly. Monk's attire. No.
Just walking around. You can't really see the thing. We'll get to that whenever it becomes relevant. But you approach, and you see something you've only really seen here on this continent. You're not from this continent. Goliath. Just the biggest person in this bar right now. As you walk up behind him, as he's slumped over his mead, taking a drink, and then the steam vent sunrise comes over, and it's a bubbling cup about this big, that like it's a stout drink that has the glass is clear, and you see the red and blue begin to fizz and bubble and swirl, as it looks like it's changing between sunrise and sunset at the top, and it comes with a little pinwheel that just spins.
Soren's gonna look at and be like, "Why does this remind me of Solomon already?" It's just, he'll ask the bartender before she leaves, like, "Is this designed to be shot, sipped, any particular way?"
Just whenever you finish it, it's gonna make you very alert for the next 2 hours.
Okay.
Foreshadowing.
Can imagine what that means. So Soren will start with the sip of it.
It tastes like a raspberry sorbet. So like a one nice fruity, kind of like a creamy undertone, kind of like imagine like, you know, a scoop of raspberry sorbet or like some sort of like a raspberry ice cream on top of like a fizzy drink. It's kind of like that. It just dances on your tongue. The notes and the melody of it are sour and sweet and kind of have like a nice crisp finish to it.
It's like a party punch.
Yeah, kind of.
The
Yeah.
sorbet.
Yeah. Except it feels a lot more magical. Just so you know, I'm going to start a tab. It'll be really easy to find you, so don't worry. I don't need your name.
You're not wrong. So I guess Soren will alternate between sipping his sunrise and his mead.
The mead is very hearty and not very sweet. It's more of one of the stronger, more bitter meads.
Yeah. he looks at the two glasses. I could mix these.
Drink half, whoop.
Like, do I dare?
At this point, you feel a tap, 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 tap on your side, on your like up. You're sitting, so he can reach you. So you're tapping on your shoulder.
Yes.
As you turn to see the satyr standing beside you.
Hi,
Hello.
friend. Hard drink for a hard day.
2 drinks for a hard day.
Fair enough.
It's been a
Any,
day.
anything you need worked out or anything? I start cracking my knuckles.
You say work down, Thorn just goes, no, I think I got this back. I gave weights to Chet, so he can work. You can tell that he's just kind of like just disassociating what he's even doing right now.
Any soreness? Any tense spots or anything? Anything? Any damage?
Oh god, are you a cleric? Why is it following me everywhere?
Not at all.
Oh, well, that's good. He'll look at you and be like, are you a tiny tiefling?
That's not the first time you've heard that.
No, but thank you.
I mean, I don't mean it as a disrespect. I have a friend who's a tiefling, so that the horns, and I've met some that have had hooves, but you're quite significantly different than ones. I'm sorry. It's been a day. I'm Sorn Thunderfist Jotunhai, and who am I to be?
I'm Hymnis. I'm a satyr. Horns and hooves.
I guess I should do like a history to see if I even know what a satyr would be.
I'll let you know. No.
Okay.
They come from a specific continent that you've never been to.
Okay. What's a satyr?
How best to put it? Like a man and a goat, but not.
From the Feywilds.
Yes.
Wait. You're from the Feywilds?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sort of. Kind of.
It's Sorn. He's gonna say that. He's gonna be,
And I'm going to say
"You're from
absolutely, kind of, sort of, a little bit. Kind of,
That's
yeah.
Grandmother.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to have met a satyr.
And I'm glad to have
Saying
met
that right.
someone so solid. Not to be rude, what are you?
I am what's called a Goliath. I am from the Badlands.
Are they bad?
The land, it can be, yes. Much of the land is not good. It's just, I don't know, I grew up there.
Fair.
I mean, a lot of the land wasn't good because there was a demon, like, killing the ground, but then he's gone now, so I hope that it'd be cool if I can go back and rename it the Good Lands. Y'all forgot what Storm was like, didn't you?
Do I notice if he's had any damage or?
Yeah, I don't believe you're.
I mean, I'm sitting at 106.
Oh yeah, no, he's hurt. Also, side note, Hemnes, whenever you want to do a medicine check for chiropractic, I will give you advantage on it.
Hey.
So if you ever want to do a medicine check to do chiropractic and muscle work that's kind of light healing, you get advantage on it.
Okay.
That was your family's specialty, other than the herbal remedies and things like that for people who are sick. Your family was a travel destination for individuals who had spinal problems or muscle problems that you fixed.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do a impromptu medicine check.
Does it seem like you're just yeah, I've never met someone as solid as you?
Yeah, pretty much.
As you're doing the check.
Well, so that's a 21.
21. That's with advantage.
No, that's just 21.
That's pretty good.
You get another one.
21.
Okay. So you're feeling, and you get the sense of his physiology is just an expanded human's. So you start, pushing in your knuckle and like relieving some of the tension he has in his shoulders and back. You tell him, you're just like, breathe in real quick and pop. As you like,
wait, what's going on? Ooh.
and then just. If you'd like, you can also spend a key point to do your Hands of Healing and give him 1d6 plus 5.
Yes, I would like to do that.
So as he's running his hand and just cracking your spinal column, you felt healing magic, you felt healing potions, but you've never felt healing quite like this. It's not radiating from a source, it's radiating from him. So what'd you get?
Sean, that's you got D6. So
1d6 plus 5.
6.
You heal 6 points.
So I was trying to find my key points on here. I was like,
man, you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
I mean, still, that's 6 points. So Soren will feel it. Oh, what just happened? Was it the drink? She said I was going to feel alert. What's going on? Was that you? I'm confused.
no, me.
That's new.
Is it?
I mean, I guess being healed, like feeling better, isn't. That was just a very new experience. That felt different. Let's not make this weird. You know what? Let me buy you a drink.
I'd appreciate that.
And he'll, whenever the bartender looks his way again, he'll kind of just like wave. And
She'll come back over. How can I help you?
hello, I would love to get my new friend here a beverage. What will you have, friend?
Do you have anything strong?
How strong?
The strongest.
One steam vent surprise.
That sounds lovely. I'll have one as well.
2 steam vent surprises. And
Yeah,
she walks away.
At this point, I imagine I've drinking half of both of the beverages. So I'll just pour them all into one cup now and go.
Oh god. I can see what's happening. They don't have a clue.
Oh, all right.
You
Okay.
gonna get drunk and throw up in the back alley.
Outside of his room. So she, after a few minutes, comes back with 2 double shots that are a black spinning mass of something in it. You see she has corks up her nose. 2 steam vent surprises. And the final touch, she pulls out a small bag of powder and just black, like just a black cloud shoots out of it.
They're doing drugs now.
This looks quite adventurous.
Absolutely. Down the hatch.
I guess Sora will pick up the glass and
She goes, right before you know it, she goes, toll the bell. Tung, tung. People are like, you just hear a bunch of people like slam their glass down and be like, to death.
And I guess this is where we will shoot the drinks.
Heckin' concern.
All
Heckin'
right.
con save.
Heckin' God save.
Hemnes does not have a strong con save.
No, I don't.
$28.
What'd you get?
6.
Oh,
Well, you're so lucky that you're immune to diseases and poison. If you weren't, it was gonna be a real bad time. You trained your body to not be immune to alcohol. You allow that. You let your key flow to let you be, get drunk. But
Because it's fun.
it's fun. But you feel your key like antibodies, like white blood cells heading to kill a virus. You feel after you take that, it hits your stomach, and you feel your key just and purge whatever the bad part of that was. While Soren, you've drank some bad things. You've drank dragon pee. Uh,
No, that was Cal.
That was Cal.
Oh, that's right. Cal, you watched. You've seen the effects of that then. You can only surmise of what it would be. And it weighs down your stomach for a moment until your internal fortitude just presses on. And you are both drunk.
Whew.
With how much you drank and the fact that you rolled real low on that save, you're both drunk. So we're going to record stop and spin that record table back over to the date. As Gordon at this point is just still talking to you guys.
Oh no, it's not exactly a date.
All right. I'll leave you guys alone. I'm going to go check what else the place has. And I'll just walk away.
Good luck, friend. All right, Chet's gonna just dive into this.
I'm about to dive in.
I mean, not literally. The bowl's too small, but he's just gonna take the biggest bite of this he can.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
Nice.
Not as good as, chili, your chili.
Right.
But it
right.
does have a distinct flavor of whatever his, spice mix was. It's really elevating and really canceling out any of the more bad ingredients.
Okay.
So since I'm hesitant, I'm going to just taste it a bit, just a drop, just a little drip drop.
It tastes. I mean, it's not like Chet's chili, but it's better food than you've had at some places.
It could be worse.
All right, I'll go ahead and dive into.
All right. So you two are eating. I'll let you guys talk and eat.
I assume since we're diving, we're not really talking.
Yeah, I would kind of think that we're both just eating.
So then after you're done eating, you two have finished your meals. Eventually he comes back out with some water. He was like, I promise this. There's a well back there. It's good. It's good.
I'll take this word for it. Chug it down.
All right. Do you guys like it?
Oh yes, it was.
Yeah, it
really
was good.
Doubtful.
Okay, good. I was worried. You guys were real quiet. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop. It's just you guys were real quiet.
Well, we
No, we were enjoying it so much we didn't
Oh,
really.
were enjoying it, you know.
okay. Well,
Nana always said. Yeah, Nana always says that if people aren't talking at a meal, it's because the food's done right.
I like your Nana. She seems nice.
I mean,
I like my Nana too.
It'd be really weird if
She
you
is
didn't.
nice.
I don't know my Nana. I was found by
Yeah, maybe a
bears.
little. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But do you like those bears? Were they nice?
They were nice bears. They didn't eat me, so I guess it could have been worse.
So I'd say that's a win.
I did have to eat one of my siblings once, though. That's where I got this tooth.
That's real rough.
Yeah.
Well, you have a wonderful rest of your evening.
You
Me
too,
and my
Ollie.
lady friend are gonna
Yeah, I'll be here.
kind of cut out there for a second. Thank you, Gordy.
You're welcome. I'm staying over at the steam vents. It's like the only decent hotel.
Oh, we are too. So I'm sure we'll see you around.
Oh, okay. Then,
Yeah, it's nice.
Bye.
Bye. I'm gonna just ask Marina if she just wants to like go back to the inn or if she wants to like walk around or.
Did you say like when we were coming on the way to where we are at, were there shops around?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna suggest that we shop around. Because I'm pretty sure I
Alright.
still owe Soren a couple of javelins.
You do. Never forget.
Oh, I thought
Uh,
didn't she already buy them?
I don't think I did.
no,
On the way
I
to
have
the church, I
zero
thought-
I don't think.
That's what we had done.
I have zero
Alright.
javelins.
Well, you can pick some up. That's easy peasy. There's tons of places where you can pick up like light weaponry like that.
Yeah.
Anything in particular looking for? Other than the
Just-
javelins?
There was something, but I completely slipped my mind.
Must not be that important.
Oh no, it was. But oh well.
Chet, you looking for anything or just? Okay.
This date is going super well, guys.
So you guys are gonna head back to the steam vent?
After shopping, yes.
Well, yeah, after you get the javelins.
Mm. How much were the javelins?
I will take care of the money out of your giant money pit. Don't you worry about it.
All right. I hope they weren't too expensive.
I'm not. They're not ripping you off. You're fine.
Okay.
So.
Are you just gonna add them to me, or
Yes.
or no? I guess they're in her stuff right
Yeah.
now. Never mind.
Okay. So, you guys head back to the steam vents. At this point, you walk back as Soren is arm wrapped around this small satyr friend.
Would they know what a satyr is?
Chetwood from studying. Marina has no clue.
Upon seeing Satyr. Oh my god.
We're just laughing, drinking.
Chet's gonna like walk up, be like, "Hey, Soren, who's your new friend?" Oh
Chet!
my god, he's drunk.
Miranda!
Oh my god, we should have stayed on the date.
They got
Still go back.
good drinks here. How was the date?
It was great.
That's good to hear.
So who's your friend?
Oh, yeah. This is my new friend, Hemnes. He got some, he does some bit bapping and some, he's got magic hands. He made me feel real good. He know what he's doing, so I bought him drinks, and we're having a good time, right? And he looks
Some of the
down at-
people, as he says that, look over like, and they like scoot over a bit. Oh, you have friends here. The bartender comes back. Hi. Can I get you guys anything? Your friends seem to be doing very well.
I'm sorry that we left them here.
Oh, they're fine. They're very courteous.
We're drunk, but we have manners.
Oh, good.
You know, that's what Soren says. We may be drunk.
Oh,
but
do
we have
you know if you have 10 gold? She's asking you.
me or him? Or
Chet.
me or...
If I have 10 gold,
I'm just making sure that their tab's going to be covered. They've drank 10 gold worth so far.
yeah, we should be able to cover that.
Okay, just want to make sure. Now, can I get you guys anything?
Moretta, thinking
You're looking
about.
real pensive, darling.
I was actually gonna say yes, but I think we're gonna need both of our hands sober to take these.
No, you get yourself something. I'll stay sane. It's fine.
If you want, you can have the sober hands, and I can have the drunk hands.
Get yourself something to drink. It's fine.
Sure, what you got?
We have various ales, mead, wine, mixed drink cocktails. You look like you could use a mojito.
Sure, go ahead and give me one.
All right. She just starts pouring, takes the mint. All right, there you go.
Ooh. Just drink it.
It's a nice fancy glass. Oh. All right. Mojitos you don't normally.
I was gonna say, does that come down to Nancy not knowing how to drink a mojito?
Yep. So Morena, also not knowing how to drink a mojito, just shoots a mojito.
And the
Trent's
bartender's
like,
like, no wonder.
It's been a rough day.
Apparently, do you want another, or do you want something you're supposed to do that with?
You're not supposed to do that. Got it.
Do you want another drink? Do you want a shot, maybe?
I'm tempted to say like I want what they had, but I'm
Get a surprise.
Or a
surprise
sunrise.
You don't
know
know
what?
me, but get a surprise.
No. Not a surprise. The sunrise. That was good.
She's just standing there going, I have other
Can you
people to...
elaborate what that is?
The sunrise is a specialty drink that perks you up after you drink it for 2 hours. The surprise is what did that.
I'll have a sunrise.
All right, coming right up. She walks away. She's just like, I don't get paid enough. I don't get paid enough. So you all four are there now, and she goes to make the drink.
Oh boy. So,
Hemnis, yes.
Hemnis, right?
Yes.
Are you
Yes, sorta, kinda, yes. I like your accent. Where you from?
damn? Oh, me. I'm not from around these parts.
Just you guys are awkwardly all sitting there, just staring at Hemnes.
I'm just kind of like drunkenly like.
So just like looking around like, what is everyone?
I'm just nibbling on the mint leaf.
Someone's just like, what is everyone's problem?
Stuff for my class. I still need to finish that. I'll bring it back down. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes.
So,
Okay,
Jet,
bye.
as you walk away and you go up to the
All right,
Stevens,
Mr. Teacher.
you get a bling bong in the back of your head. Oh, Chet. And it's the voice of Parthon, the wizard head council.
Yeah.
The right hand of the king.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to your exhibition tomorrow evening to discuss and show your knowledge of the School of Enchantment.
Dun, dun, dun.
You can
Thank-
respond.
Thanks.
That's all he says. Thanks.
Study well. Do well, and I can assure you that you will have the utmost important access to the school's resources. Make your grandmother proud. Okay. Okay. So you go and grab your stuff. By that, after Chet leaves, Morena, you are placed with the nice colored drink in front of you.
I start drinking.
How fast?
Oh God.
Medium.
Okay, decent speed, a regular speed, not yeah. Just so you guys know, your total after everything now is 12 gold.
Sounds
Is there
about
anything
right.
else I can get you? Need any like appetizers? Need any food?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I think that about does it. And Soren will pull out 14 gold and give it to her.
Well, thank you very much. If you'd like, you can have a seat at one of the tables over there in case you want anything else. You can just clear the bar and just go over there. Just over there.
You're tired of seeing our faces. I get it. All right.
No. It's just to make room for more customers.
And we'll shift over to the table.
Okay, you threw it over at a table. At this point, Chet comes back with the books and the notes and everything you got. So you sit down as you see that Marina make a con save.
Okay. Come back, dice.
Run away, dice!
That is a 24.
You are feeling just buzzed. You're feeling like that nice tingle. Your headspace is still pretty clear, but you're a little more socially like lubricated, I guess. And then as you finish it, you feel just a bing of energy. Like you now have 2 more hours of full mental and like awakeness, alertness.
All right.
We blew ours with the surprise.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So, what do you guys? You guys are now free to talk.
How'd the date go?
Oh, it went great. We what was the name of the place again?
Pretty gourd.
Yeah.
The
We
gourd.
came across a pretty nice restaurant called the Gritty Gourd, and we had some broth with cornbread. Good.
Cornbread.
Chet, you're there. Just so you know.
Yeah, Chet's already hard at work.
I'm just listening intently, even though I don't know these people. I'm just like, ooh.
Like I imagine we're like at a booth and you're like tucked in the corner next to Soren with the other two on the other side. So, like you're almost trapped between
You're just
Soren.
lumped in. Just roll me an Arcana check with advantage there, Chet.
Nat 20.
All right, you are crushing it. After that, weird bit of check-in from Parthon, who apparently cares about you and how well you do, and the inspiring words of "Make your grandmother proud," you are just blazing through making those notes. You're just like, and if we change the shorthand of this enchantment spell to this, it becomes more ubiquitous and easier to understand for non-enchantment school. And you're just like,
Carry the 2 plus the inverse.
so. Okay, you guys want to spend your night like that? We can, and then you guys can go to bed. Except for your satyr friend doesn't have a room.
See, remind me how many rooms we have. Is it because it was originally just
2.
me and Chet, right?
You
Yeah,
have 2 because you have Marina get 1, you and Chet split.
So he can sleep in my room.
we split.
I'm
No, I
pretty
thought
sure
Miranda and I were staying in the same room because she was.
Oh yeah, it was 2
She was,
rooms.
she was afraid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 rooms, so he can bunk with Chet. If you let him stay with you, you don't know him. He's still a stranger.
Yes.
Um,
But drunk Storm's gonna be like.
Chet would probably be okay with it.
Well, Hannies, if there's anything you'd like to ask the group or talk to the group about, now's your chance. Well, 2 out of 3 are slightly intoxicated. One's a sleeper intoxicated. One's slightly. One's not. You got the whole spectrum.
So you're a super big guy. And what's your story?
I love that my whole character.
Talking to Morena.
Oh. Just joined the group because they freed me from slavery, so now I'm just enjoying life.
So heavy stuff.
What?
I said that's some heavy stuff.
That's why they keep me around. No, but she's not that heavy. She's very light. I pick her up all the time.
So it's yours.
Oh, here, there, everywhere. I heal people when they need it. Or if they don't, or if they really need it and I can't do anything, I help them pass, the usual.
That kind of tips off everyone's radar real quick. Just said he pretty much murders people.
Help them.
No, not like a murder or anything. Just if they're too far gone, now I make sure they're comfortable and just kind of, it's a mercy thing.
Sorry, I still have the image in mind where someone's got a knife and they're just shoving it into the heart, going, "Shh, it's okay, it's okay. It's gonna be fine."
Good night, sweet.
Oh no, I can't kill you. What should we do?
They're too far gone. I'm still. They're too far gone.
Take me to a cleric.
It's like that scene from Nacho Libre where the guy looks dead. He just puts the coins and the fabric, and the guy he's like, "Oh, God rest his soul." The guy just sits there going, "I'm not dead yet." So you're kind of like a punchy cleric?
So, I'm a monk.
That's the punchy part.
Yep, that's the punchin'. And the healing is also just part of my path.
That does not ring a bell to anybody.
I'm confused.
I wasn't aware that monks could heal. I mean, outside of I know that they're a bit into medicine, but like a natural ability to heal.
Hey, a little here, a little there. Super vague because I'm drunk.
That. All right.
So you're saying if I punch myself right, I help myself? I could just.
I don't think that's how it works.
I could try. Just like a 1, 2.
I'm gonna put a mage hand to stop. It can't.
It
hold
can't
that
stop it, so you're gonna put it in his face. Do
Well,
you continue the swing?
He's contemplating it, so I imagine just sword now.
much. Just don't, friend.
But I could probably punch you and heal you.
But to quote a wise man, damn, that's cool.
So wise.
Friendship points increased.
So wise.
He stole my thing. I say.
I know. I quoted you.
Oh, so you're the wise one?
Uh,
Does that mean you're the brains of the operation?
I mean, I don't. I guess.
Define brains.
Like the smarts,
I mean, I'm educated. Yeah.
I mean,
He's giving a lecture on magic later, so I'd say he got big brain.
that's impressive.
How does Chet react to this?
I would say this is Chet's first time being around the rest of the group inebriated. So Chet's a little not sure.
That's true. Soren hasn't been drunk in a long time.
Yeah.
Very long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been sober very long.
Well, there's not anything else you guys want to talk about. You guys can take a long rest and.
Oh, thank God.
Well, I guess we should get to the point. Like, well, I guess we should probably go to bed. It's getting late. Looking at his bracelet like it means something. So, Ben, we still only have 2 rooms. I never bought Solomon a room. Hemnes, are you going somewhere tonight, or
You have no room.
I have no idea. I'm just kind of, hanging out.
You don't have a room?
No.
Well, it wouldn't be very good of us to just have you sleep on the streets. That would be rude of the Stormbreakers to do. We are here to
You know,
The
since
sword
you
strikes
two-
a weird, heroic pose in the booth.
What were you saying, Nancy?
I was gonna mention Esmeralda. Since you two seem like the best of friends, I can switch rooms and stay with Chad, and he can be with you.
Ah, yes. That's the reason we're switching. No, yeah,
That will grab Chet's
That
attention.
sounds like a great idea.
Chet, you're in the middle of writing and you're scrawling and just.
And yeah, exactly. Like the pen just.
Just the blatant, just inebriated winking at Miranda. Yes, we are good friends now. We stay together. You two should switch rooms for that reason.
Do you need me to heal your face? You're doing a thing.
No, it's fine.
I would not. Of course, Miranda and I can share a room. That'd be fine.
Excellent. It's been decided. You two will share one, and new friend Hebnes will stay with me in mine, and we will sleep off this stupor, and we will reconvene in the morning as we prepare for Chet's big day. Yes, strikes the heroic pose again for no reason.
What the hell is that guy doing?
Yes, all right. And Sorn will get up and come, Hebnes, let me show you to our abode.
Chet, roll me a perception check.
Oh boy. Oh, I think that's actually pretty good.
It's not a 1.
That is gonna be 17.
You see, as you guys get up, a few individuals stop and watch you guys walk out, and then just kind of leer and look at you suspiciously, and then look back down.
Oh, do I have it prepared? No, of course I don't. Yeah, actually I do, because it's ritual cast. When we get back up, I'm going to ritual cast alarm
On your room.
I'm actually gonna ritual cast it on their room, and then I'm gonna ritual cast Find Familiar to get Squidge to keep an eye on our room.
Okay, so your room has been alarmed, so you're nice and safe, and Squidge just, in what form?
His little snake form. He likes being a snake.
Just rattles up like rattler against your head. Just
Why did I picture you putting him in as the wire for alarm in front of the door?
I just cast alarm with Squidge.
Squidge looks up,
Really, bro? Really?
does that belly up snake thing.
Oh.
Give him scritches.
All right, so you guys can take a long rest. Is there anything the pairs would like to discuss while in the rooms?
I imagine with Hemnes and Sorn, we're at the point where we'll probably just flop over. I think there's a spot around here for both of us.
At this point, you notice Hemnes' tattoo, which appears to be it is the way it's formed looks like a crucible with some sort of yin and yang symbol of liquid flowing in and out of the crucible, and it's located right about there.
Sorn will see and be like, hey, you have a tattoo. I have tattoos. We're tattoo buddies.
Tattoo buddies.
there's like a silent chant that you hear from across the room. Tattoo buddies, tattoo buddies.
At that point, I pull out my pan flute.
We are the worst guests right now.
You sure are.
Just this deep voice saying tattoo buddies and a pan flute in the background.
So
I-
yeah, you guys
that'll
hear
go
that
on.
across the hall. Just tattoo buddy, tattoo buddy.
Sounds like they're getting along just fine.
You now.
I was expecting a lecture to come through the room.
I'll throw a bedroll on the floor. You can take bed.
Is Chet still working on the paper?
No, he's done with it if we're going to bed.
Okay. I want to offer a massage.
A massage?
Yes.
Hermes can do it.
You can't hear that. You two are way too loud to hear anything else.
Yeah. I would think that'd be great.
All right, Morena.
What do I gotta roll?
Sleight of hand.
Performance?
You've paralyzed Chet.
You paralyzed Chet.
That is dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
That's what this is
Just
about
like
to
the
be.
rest of this night.
Dun 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 dun.
30 to 20 minutes.
So
Chet's like, I
you
can't stand up right now.
you give Chet a massage, and you've learned and you've studied and you've paid attention to him. You got a massage. You've had to do it, for individuals in the past. And so describe: is this just a regular massage, or did this have like an emotional weight with it?
I thought you were gonna ask how far the
No.
Rubbing that D.
Happy
For the record, you guys brought it to this point. You guys developed a relationship and you
So,
offered him a.
I'm just being the DM, but is there an emotional weight with it? Are you just doing it to how, like, just as a massage, or are you like as someone who truly cares and has an emotional connection with Chet doing one?
¿Por qué no los dos?
Well, they're very different on like methodology.
So I want to go ahead and do it like I care for him, but I'm doing it so he can relax and have a good day for tomorrow.
So it's you're not like doing it as a romantic gesture entirely.
Yeah.
Not a bounce go wow wow.
You're doing a massage to release tension, like in the shoulders and the spine. So you feel, Chet, you feel very relaxed as this takes about 20-30 minutes to encapsulate your entire spine and arms, shoulders. I guess I'm gonna assume that's where you were focused.
Yes.
And the butt.
If she wants to do more, she's gonna say, I'm keeping this what I understand from what Morena's trying to do.
Chili boat.
So Chet, you
So-
take
Yeah, no.
the massage happens. Is there anything you want to talk about during the massage, or
Chet would just be like, "Oh my god, this feels great. Where the hell did you learn how to do this?"
It's a backseat in the funnel.
during this massage, though, Chet, you feel relaxed. You feel the tension melt away. You feel a sense of calm and ease. I'm gonna roll a percentile, and that's gonna change what your mind's thinking of.
Oh damn.
so at the start, you feel you're just like, this is good. This is a good sign. This is something she really cares about me. And she said she wanted to take time, and after everything that's been going on, I think this is her way of like showing that and giving that to me. And then Bella is what you're doing against Bella. And after a few, this is at the 10-minute mark. You tense up, and Morena, you feel this, and you focus on those tense spots. And as that happens, Bella fades. In this moment, you don't think about Bella. You think about Morena, and you think about their friendship and your friendship with Sorn. How through some divine world magic power led you guys together and led you to Morena during everything going on in your life, and you drift off, and you're not asleep by the end, but after the 30-minute mark when Morena is done, you feel peaceful. There's no tension in your face, there's no tension in your body. Right now it is just you and her in the room, and that's it. There's no Bella, there's no other continent, there's no anything, there's no even the doing your presentation. It's just you and her together.
Towards the end of the massage, I just want Chet to like look at Morena and say, I wish I could stay in this moment with you for the rest of my life.
The entire hotel goes, aww.
In the background, you hear the panic become, I don't want to close my eyes.
For some reason, Soren is now singing it badly in the room.
I'm like choosing my words carefully because of the last conversation we had. I'm going to just put my hand on Chet's shoulder, lean in, whisper in his ear, have a good presentation tomorrow, and head off to sleep.
So she gets off and goes into the bed. You're on your bedroll.
Oh no, he's got blue beans.
Wow.
So, Chet, Morena, you and Chet both peacefully sleep. You just knowing each other are in the room, and even if you're not next to each other, you peacefully lull off into a nice, confident, deep rest. And you each take a long rest.
Why do I
Yay.
imagine that somehow throughout the night, Hemnes and Soren have ended up like on those same bed, just like cuddling together?
That's adorable.
Just full on sleepover, like, hey, are you still awake?
Punch. What? Are you still awake?
Still awake? Yeah. And then I just say something stupid, and we both start laughing. Just like, but.
That's a good one. That's never not funny. That's it.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, make sure you click your long rest. As is now the morning, the day of the presentation. And with that, we're going to be right back.
Yay!
All right, and we're back to roll call.
Roll
Roll
call.
call.
Roll call. Okay, it's the morning. You guys are all waking up.
Echo.
So, it is now the morning. Make Sorn and Hemnes make a con save.
All right. Nat 20.
Pulling my abilities.
Should only be a +2 for you.
4.
You are very hungover.
Whoo! He rolled a 2 for a 2.
So Soren, you're feeling fine.
It's just like, man, I'm glad to know that I can do that again and not have repercussions sometimes.
And then Amnes wakes up and is just like,
I'm doing the thing where it's just like I like breathe in through my mouth and out through my nose.
yeah, just. As if you've drank a lot, that's the first time you drank that much. You kept pace with the Goliath. The other two
Which is not
wake
easy.
up peacefully and normally. So, you guys all slowly make your way downstairs, unless there's something you guys want to talk about in your rooms.
Uh, look, well, did you have a little too much?
It's not the first time, but it doesn't feel super great.
Well, the question is, when was the last time you drank with the Goliath?
Since I've never met, this will be the time.
Well, there's the standard, I guess. Well, I'm sure we can help it. We can go get some good greasy food. If I learned anything from my old friend Cal, that is usually a good cure-all. Cure-all. Cowl?
Gal.
Cal.
Carol!
Carl.
Stop it.
It's just evolving.
So,
So I guess
That sounds
we'll try to
wonderful.
lead him. Let's go get some good greasy food.
That sounds great. Hey, are we friends?
You survived a night of drinking with a Goliath, one who makes his own alcohol. I think we have gained a rapport of some sort.
Yes.
friendship acquired.
Achievement unlocked.
Now, real friendship comes when I see how you do in battle. But that will be for another day. Or night. Fighting happens all the time. But first, food.
Yes.
And you can tell that Soren is distracted by just the thought of food.
Lead the way.
Warm. Time to feed.
Time to feed the boy. Chet and Marina,
Mm-hmm.
you two are in the room.
I'm sleeping in.
So Chet, you wake up. It's about like 9 a.m. You got 3 hours to make it up to the school.
Yeah, so Chet's gonna see Morena sleeping in, and quietly as he can, get his stuff together, as well as his notes. And I'm gonna leave the room, but I'm gonna leave Squidge in the room with her.
Okay. You pick up your things quietly. You don't really have too many things really that make noise.
And before I leave, I'm gonna like gently make sure that she's tucked in.
Oh.
Spoop her on the head. Just
just make sure that like she's nice and tucked in and like
It's a healing.
So you head downstairs. You see Soren and Hemnes already just fist deep into food.
You make it sound so undignified.
Okay, Soren is fist deep into food. Hemnes is eating like a normal person. You ate an entire thing of exotic sausages.
you're not
Politely.
You get no such grace.
I'm doing the thing where I'm just like chewing and hoping it doesn't come back up. I'm like,
like
After a little bit of eating, you feel like your ki is starting to get rid of that poison and bring yourself back up. So you have some greasy food that's just jump starting your body, and you are just ready to go.
See, isn't that better?
much.
Chet will join them for breakfast. Not gonna eat a lot though.
Good morrow, Chet. It's the big day of the learning and education.
Good morning. I hope you fellas had a good night.
I would say so, yes.
Good, good. Hey, I got a question for you. When a girl gives you a massage, what does that mean?
What kind of massage?
Oddly enough, only one person would know about this really, and that's Henry's.
I mean, it didn't feel like it was like romantic. I mean, it felt really good. It didn't feel like it was anything like romantic, but
Is there a way for me to like? I don't know, because the chiropractor thing would be like, I wonder if she hit these spots and that spots.
Yeah, roll medicine with advantage to see if you can find him.
Show me us on the doll where the young girl touched.
That's not 20.
Oh,
Nat
wow.
20. As you go back, you are feeling for like the parts where if she got them or if she missed any, and great A work.
Meanwhile, you're probably just like, why the hell are you touching?
yeah, I'm like, what are you doing, friend?
It's
Hold on,
like,
give me a second. Nah, she must really care about you. She got everything. Like, you're good.
Really?
Henry seems quite versed in this pressure point of the situation.
Well, that's good. I mean, I feel like super relaxed. Like, it
Makes
was
sense.
great. I mean, especially because I didn't really think that our date was like, well, I wouldn't even really call it a date. We just got some like stew and met some.
Was it a date in your heart?
I mean, it's always a date in my heart with her, but
That's cute. I like that.
Why do you think I sent you guys on that date?
it was kind of an awkward date. I'm not gonna lie.
Is she hearing this or is she not near?
no,
Okay.
Morena's not there yet.
Good. It's like,
Soren will kind of like look at Chet and be like, every day is a gift. We don't know who's going to be here today versus tomorrow, which is why I sent you on that date. Now, if anything's taught us over this last week alone, we've lost members, we have lost friends, I've met someone, again, for the first time in a long time, to realize that they went from 10 years to 1 year to live. I sent you on that date, not for it to be awkward. I mean, granted, that can't be your fault or my fault, or even Miranda's fault. No one's fault. Maybe the guy that you met. I don't know. He seems weird. But the point is, you have to use these days wisely.
My God, you're right. And Chet's gonna stand up and go back upstairs to the room.
You guys just go back to eating. Just no.
Well, I would say that Henry's would probably because
like that was deep.
Soren is dealing, because we've talked about it before, where Soren is the last Stormbreaker of the original crew right now, and with Solomon leaving, it's just another one of those people that's gone, and this trip to the capital has shown Devin's dying, and it's just like.
Do you want to talk about it, friend?
I don't know. I just don't know. And then you see him just put more food in his mouth.
It's a nice bouquet of meats and eggs and gravy and such.
You'll never hurt me, meat.
I can't punch feelings, but I can listen.
There's times I wish we could punch feelings, but I appreciate the offer to punch those feelings. Our friendship has meant a lot this last few days. But I mean, tonight.
Wait, what?
At least I'm a little bit more articulate without being drunk. Either way, you have been very kind, and I appreciate your company.
And I appreciate you, yes. Or me?
I'm distinctly me, I know. There's not many Sorns around these parts. Tell me, are you just wandering, or do you have a goal? You seem like you without a room and I've just met you on a whim, but do you have a purpose you're shooting for, or are you aimless at the moment?
I mean, I'd say I'm an aimless wanderer, but I do feel like I got a purpose. I just want to help people. I just want to, I just want to help.
That is something that I can resonate with. That seems to be very much my calling. Whether our tactics are probably vastly different, I'm punching monsters in the face and the chance of saving someone. You seem to have a little bit more of a precision and healing touch.
I mean, sometimes. Most of the time.
Well, I gotta imagine if you can punch hard enough to heal, you can punch hard enough to hurt. So,
Absolutely. It's a balance.
It very much seems to be. And a little bit, you remind me of my father.
At the mention of that, your pendant.
What I am eating. Oh wait, no, it actually means something else.
Oh yeah, it means we have to feed him.
He's gonna turn into a monster.
Well, excuse me for a moment, Hermes. I seem to need to fulfill a call.
Use the bathroom.
I was hoping you'd say. Something like that. Excuse me.
Sword
I'll be
like
right
boom
back.
boom.
Fair enough. I'll continue in the meat feast.
And I guess I will. I assume Chet's probably gotten to the room by this point, and I'll go to my room to deal with that if we want to go to.
All right,
Chet.
and then Chet in the room.
So Chet is going to go back in the room where Morena is and gently but excitedly wake her up. No,
Are you okay?
we're like, Morena, hey, Morena.
What?
And then Chet's just going to start babbling, and he's just going to go like, you know what? My good buddy Soren just told me that like people die every day, and like you never know where life's gonna go, and you never know what's gonna happen. So you sometimes you just have to like do things and say things and do things and stuff, and you never know. So I just gotta. Can I kiss you?
So Myrna's like half awake, half asleep. She's just gonna loop one arm around his neck and just bring him down.
Yeah, get it, your boy.
So spicy.
Ding 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 ding.
Demonetized.
Gentlemen, we have landing. The eagle has landed.
Houston, we have a solution.
Roll for performance.
I mean, is that where you're going with it?
I mean, Chet's not pushing his luck, trust me, but
This is Morena, though.
that's true. This is
Is
Morena.
Morena gonna bring Chet into the bed to like just hold?
See, I imagine she's not fully awake yet.
No. So that's why I imagine you're gonna do a sleepy like kiss and then like roll him into bed so you can like stay as like snuggled half asleep with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you are now.
Well, hold on. It depends. What kind of kiss did he give?
I mean, considering how like impassioned he is right now, it would be passionate.
Because, I mean, depending on the passion, she would have straight up woken up and gone for an action.
So you're saying passionate. So I'm just gonna do this as a easy understand math equation. The best way to put
That's
this.
how love works.
When
Yeah,
two
wait a
become
minute.
one.
Equals the beast with two
So
back.
When two become one.
passionate plus response to passionate equals
A roll for
yoo-hoo? Okay, so Chet's busy for the next 20 minutes.
20? Whoa.
Hey, that's what I'm assuming how Chet is. It's not just bing bang, get out, get in. It's
That's what I'm saying. I think it would last more than 20.
Roll for performance.
He's super excited. He's super excited.
I got a 60-sided right here. We'll do.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
It could
Up
be
to
worse
an hour.
than 20. Wait a minute.
Oh no! It could be like a minute.
50.
Oh!
So
Woo!
for the next,
For the
we'll
next-
say with a 5-minute startup, 50-minute, 5-minute cool down. It's a nice workout, an hour-long workout. Chet and Miranda are busy.
Do you want us to roll for that performance or just leave it at that?
I'd say let's leave it at that. This
Let's
is a
leave it
lot
at
of build.
that.
Okay.
There's been a lot of build up, a lot of stuff. This is like. So now, Chet, you have 2 hours to get there. So you can go and pray with advantage. While Hamnes is just all by himself.
Just eating meat.
Especially for that, yeah. That's a natural 19.
Okay. So with that, you're not visited, you're not whisked away,
Right.
but in your mind flicker sights of you with Hemnes in battle, back to back, fighting together. And it gives you a sense of like connection and camaraderie that you haven't felt with a new person ever.
Almost like a feeling that it's like a teamwork blessed by Thor. Like
Yeah, he's like a soul brother. A Thor blessed soul brother.
there
So
we
he's
go.
your soul bonded, I guess. If you want to put it like that.
Well, I was just gonna say that Thor approves of this. It's like I see
Yeah.
great things with you two.
Yep.
And so Sorno kind of like, I knew there was a reason I liked him. Even Thor does. Excellent. Well, now I must continue to feast with this man. It only seems right. And you'll head back down and rejoin Hemnes, and they'll continue to eat.
And about an hour goes by. So is there anything you two want to talk about for the next hour?
I guess I'll push to see how much like Hemnes wants to share about himself, or I guess Soren will start with kind of his backstory, and kind of let him know like hey, this is the kind of stuff we deal with. You know, like there's some demons that don't like us, but we've killed some demons, but we ultimately like to help people. My dad died recently. He was a good man. We're just out trying to find people to help, more or less, and deal with the evil that's in the world. I'm from the Badlands, but I travel all over the place. Yeah. That's me in a nutshell. And don't be surprised if Thor shows up. He seems to do that sometimes.
Gods will do that.
Yes. So, how about you?
Well, I've been traveling for a hot minute. And a cold one too.
Seasons.
They are fickle.
And just kind of going around. As you can see, monk attire, definitely a monk. Learned that from a grandfather, and we XYZ, just kind of blib blib blib
Kind
blib.
of rambling of like random things. Like I trained hard. I specialize in medical kind of stuff, like things like that. I imagine.
Yeah.
So yeah, you give him like not the full story, but
Yeah.
you give him like how you're trained. Your great grandmother is from the Feywilds directly, and ever since you've been on this material living on the northern continent, where Soren, that Cal is from,
Right.
and so is Leon. So you made the connection that up there is pretty magical compared to everywhere else.
Because wasn't that also where Morena was like teleported
Yes.
through?
Hmm.
And I guess someone kind of made like, man, that area seems to be riddled with crazy magic.
Dope stuff.
It's a lot.
I know a lot of things that seem to be coming from that area. Odd. Well, I mean, I guess everything boils down to you have a place among us if the others would like for you to join us, or if you'd like to join us in general. I mean, if you're looking for a place, I'm sure the others would have very little qualms with you joining us in our adventures for as long as you'd like to. We do have an airship to travel around, so walking
An airship?
isn't too bad. Yes. It's quite... I don't know what it looks like now. Some weird things have happened. But I mean, as long as Chet and Morena are pleased, which I can't see why they wouldn't, I would
Very
be
pleased.
glad for you to join us on our misadventures of as the Stormbreakers go and continue to fight for those who cannot fight for themselves and help those who cannot help themselves. I'm rambling. Would you like to join us?
I really appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys will have me. I mean,
And there's no contract. You can leave whenever you like. If you find you don't like us for some reason, by all means, it's totally up to you. Like, I'll check with Chet and Morena whenever they return from their errand. Chet's running out of time. He's got to go to school soon. God, what am I, dad? Oh, this is weird.
so what's their story?
Well, Chet is the cousin of an acquaintance of ours, who, as a favor, has asked us to watch over him. He is quite the spellcaster. I believe he is what's known as a wizard. He is very intelligent. He is very inquisitive. He does like a lot of things, like magic. Anything magical. He's just enamored by it. He's just like. He's like I said, he goes, damn, that's cool. And I can't blame him. We seem to have a lot of the same interests when we see something like, oh, wow, that's definitely a neat thing. He's proven himself to be very adequate in battle, and he seems to have his heart in the right place. As Miranda mentioned, she was formerly a slave much north in a town called Selden. Our teammate Calmine helped free her from that slavery. And Morena has joined us. She is young and naive, but she is now full of life. And I try to take care of her as best I can. I mean, she gets us in trouble a few times, but what child doesn't?
And around this time, Chet and Morena come downstairs unless you guys wanted to say anything afterwards. I'd imagine you would, but...
Damn, that's cool.
Just so I know, how long would it take Chet to get to the school?
It's going to take you about 30 minutes.
Okay,
Oh,
that's fine.
because
So, oh, go ahead.
I'd imagine like after the hour is over, we just lay there. What if we just get up and go down?
This just like this.
Yeah, let's just say there's like a little bit of like awkwardness afterward, but like in like the best possible way.
No, did we
Like,
just do that? We just did that.
yeah.
It's like with silence.
And then
Yeah.
like 15, 20 minutes of snuggling.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the realization, shit, I gotta go to school.
Yeah.
And
So-
Squid just comes up with his tail. Alarm! Your snooze button has been hit.
Oh crap! Squidge was in here.
Snooze.
Oh yeah.
Squid saw everything.
Sorry, friend. That's probably more me than he wanted to see.
Squid just free like, my boy, check out Lee!
Yeah, I gotta start getting ready for this thing.
Give each one of yourselves inspiration.
Hey! Good for you guys.
Thank God. I'll need it.
For that role. For
I'll
the
need
performance.
it.
So you guys, after the hour and a half now, come downstairs.
Speak of the devils. I see that our two compatriots have returned just in time
Yeah.
for a small breakfast before school.
What's
Yeah.
for breakfast?
I have enough time.
You can do a perception.
Yeah, try and like get the lowdown on them.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh boy.
I got the DC for this. Don't worry.
Oh no.
See how
I'm
much
so
It-
old.
The DC's like a 2.
like second of us. We're just like,
So that would be plus the number, right?
Yeah, your
Yeah.
perception. Your perception modifier is
Should
a
be
+5.
plus 5. So,
Wait, yeah, +5. Yeah.
yeah, that's an 8.
Oof.
They look like people. They look like the two people you met before.
Good morning.
Nothing weird.
I assume my words have caused you to have a pleasant conversation.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Chet, would you like us to join you for your presentation, or is this a task you would like to tackle on your own?
I mean, I'd love for you guys to be there. Yeah.
Okay. I will say in advance, I probably won't understand a word of it, but I will support you nonetheless with all the enthusiasm as Soren Thunderfist Jotun High can muster.
I love your enthusiasm, buddy.
Well, at least I'm good for that.
Hymnus, you're welcome to join too. I don't know how much interest you have in the arcane, but
Hot.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Well, while we have all of us here, I do pose a question to the Stormbreakers. Hemnes has been wandering by himself for a while, but he seems to have goals that would align with ours. He wants to help those in need. So I have proposed to him joining us as a Stormbreaker for as long as he sees fit. And I know I don't want to be the one making decisions for all of us. We are a group. Would anyone have any opposition to Hemnes joining our ragtag team of misfits?
Nope.
no, I don't see why I'd be opposed. No.
Huzzah! Well, then that means Hemnes. Welcome to the Stormbreakers.
But did you let him know all the bad shit that
I
happened?
did. I did mention the demons.
All right,
and the
as long as
Friday.
he's
As
I wasn't
you
gonna-
say, welcome to the Stormbreakers. You three get a chill down your spine, as if someone just cackled off into the distance.
Son of a bitch. You just had to.
Shut up.
Shut up. We've done it to everyone. It's just tradition now.
God.
A lot on my mind, okay?
So you guys can eat your meal, and you guys start heading to the train to go to the school. The train that you're going on is pretty empty right now. So there's like yourselves, and that's about it. That's on the train. And where do you guys sit?
I mean,
Obviously, near.
I was
Yeah.
saying, I bet they sit next to each other and I'll sit next to them.
Do you hold hands or do you not?
Yes, I hold Hemnes' hand.
It's like, how open do you want to be? Yeah, I'm gonna hold his hand.
Yeah, I'm just following her lead at this point. Yeah.
Just beat
Sword-
red chili.
Sword kind of nudges Hemnes like.
That's
Yeah, Soren,
adorable.
with your passive, you see them hold hands. So as you guys are going along, you wind your way up, on the western side of the city going north, and going through, you head through a tunnel that cuts through like under a bridge, and it goes dark into the cart for a little bit, and then when you come back out, sitting at the front, just an individual with stark white horns, facing forward, not facing at you, facing forward, is sitting there, legs crossed, just looking out around the city. My, what an interesting city. Well, my stop should be coming up soon. Oh! I turns around. Hello, Stormbreakers.
You just had to do it, didn't you?
So much for loving my enthusiasm.
I see we're down a scoundrel of a cleric.
He's ascended?
He got
Ah.
called away, you know.
I'm so sorry for his loss. I suppose introductions are in order. As this individual wearing his all-white outfit, slicked back white hair, horns curled, walks over and extends a hand out to Hemnes. Fox, the pleasure is all yours.
And it's nice to meet you.
You gonna shake his hand?
Yeah.
He's gonna like smile and go, someone who has manners enough to shake my hand. You've got a good one here. So tell me, as he leans on one of the seats facing you, why did you join them?
Well, they were kind enough to invite me to join them, so I did.
That's all it takes to twist your arm?
No, but, why not?
Interesting, interesting, interesting. I find this to be a quandary. Well, Soren, how are you doing? How's the hammer? Morena, looking as great as always. And Chet, good luck on your presentation today. I'd hate for anything to go wrong, so knock on wood, I guess.
Yeah, thanks.
I just figured as the Stormbreakers, one and true guide to the harshnesses of this reality in the planes of existence, I would come and introduce myself to you. I look forward to our continued partnership.
Soren will stop and like, Fox,
Yes.
are you aware that Bellington has escaped?
Yes, and that's one of the reasons I'm here. You see, our contract originally was stipulating on his soul, and it appears you gave us a soul. You were duped. It would appear someone who had a far greater grasp on this mortal coil and the soul decided to swap them. So,
Are you saying the one that we originally fought was not Bellington, but someone pretending to be him?
apparently so. So as it were, I did clear you of that debt originally, so I will not reincur the debt. But I will ask a small and humble favor, that you help me once again. I mean, it's a mutual interest. I can give you details on where Bellington should be, might be. You go and carry out your Stormbreaker justice, and we call it even. I may be able to throw in some information about how you can help Devon. You take some time and think it over. I would hate to rush you. I do know how bad decisions are made. Well, this is my stop. I will surely like to hear from you in the next 24 hours or so. Just call out to me and I'll be there. Ta-ta, Stormbreakers. As he clicks his amulet and he is warped out of existence.
After he disappears, Soren's going to kind of mutter to himself, like, I don't care what Cal says. One of these days, I'm going to kill that man.
And I'm just going to go, why did he need to wait for the stop if he could do that?
Chet, Chet's gonna think about what he said about calling out, and I would hope that, being as intelligent and knowledgeable of the arcane as he is, that something would click with him, considering he knows a spell that you can overhear and oversee people with.
Yeah.
You may want to watch what you say about that one. If he can scry on us at any time. Just food for thought.
No, I know what I said. You can tell that Soren has just dealt with this man for way too long. And I guess Soren will then turn to Hemnes and kind of give him a quick rundown of Fox. Like, don't make fun of his name. Don't talk about how many X's are in his name. The fact that the Stormbreakers were originally bound in a contract to him and servant of Lilith.
You're all piles of shit.
We're all piles.
But I guess the big question now is, what are we going to do about this?
Whatever it is, we do not agree to a contract of any sort. I do not want to be bound to him again.
No, and I agree with you that would be a poor decision.
Wellington.
But what's the consequences of us saying no?
I mean, if we say no, it just involves us not getting possibly unreliable help. Bellington is something that we should deal with as the Stormbreakers' original foe. And
yeah, I'd rather not run into him again.
And finding ways to help Devin would be preferred.
Sure, it's preferred. No, I'm just playing. I know he doesn't like me, but I'm just playing.
He's missing his girl.
Around this time, you guys come into the station of the Ministry of the Arcane on campus. You see there are many different speakers and events happening today. As you guys make your way to the main thoroughfare, you have at this point probably about 45 minutes to make it to the where they are the council meets. So you guys can wander about and you can make your way towards there.
So this is a school, huh?
Yeah, two of you have never been to one. So you are just gonna head over there. So you remember the way you make your way through. You see various holograms and very 3D things and posters of your face as one of the keynote speakers on the School of Enchantment, guest keynote speaker. At 4 p.m. So then people are like, "That's the guy! Oh my God, that's the guy! Oh, I hope he doesn't suck."
Foreshadowing, he sucks.
You make your way over. As you do, the attendant outside of the chambers waves you in and goes, "Yeah, your friends have to stay outside."
As in, we don't get to watch?
No. This is just the preliminary reading over the documents. You're not allowed into the main chamber.
Oh, that makes sense.
The actual event is for the public. It'll be in the amphitheater, and you just look over, and there's a large amphitheater that could probably fit 1,000 people in it.
Ah, well, I guess we should head over that way then.
Well, I'll see you guys later.
Soren will drop a heavy hand onto your shoulder. Poof. You got this, bro.
And Moreno will drop a heavy hand on his arse and say, "Go get him, boy."
Should I have done that? Would that have helped? I don't understand. I think I am
And then I'll
okay.
put a heavy hand on his back. Go.
Some last minute chiropractic.
Just not
Stay
being
loose.
asked.
Stay
Just
loose.
a good guy. Just working your spine. You guys head over to the amphitheater. There are people selling various magical books on the history of magic, books on the history of the campus. There are various, knickknacks and whirly-doos that are just like magical little, like an ever spinning windmill, a little thing that like makes lights and sounds, various thing like junk people are trying to peddle. There's like fair type food happening. So there's like stalls that are arcane fried. There's various different more like the type of food where they're using like science to like freeze dry thing and do like really weird sciencey stuff.
Like the gastronomy stuff.
Yes, they're doing
Yeah.
that. Just arcane.
I want there to be a candy shop called Arcane Sugar.
There is now. The Arcane Sugar Shack.
There we go.
So when you walk in, the same council is there that you met with before. So you're back with your paper and your presentation.
Yes, sir.
Please present.
And Chet will pick
You
it.
don't.
We'll just pull it.
Whenever you like, you don't have to make it flashy for us. We just care about the substance.
Yeah, and Chet will pull out the
The paper.
papers.
The 6 pages.
Well, that's 6 pages in Sam's writing.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing, ladies and gentlemen. Sam wrote full on 6 pages. She wrote a research paper.
So be on the lookout on YouTube for when we post Chet's actual performance.
Yup.
So with all you got really good rolls. You got I believe 2 nat 20s and a bunch of high rolls. So they're just like a few of the professors are sitting there reading and going because they made copies. They just made duplicates. While you're presenting and they're reading along with you, and a few of them are like hits a student in the head like they're muttering this is a new way of doing they're blown away by this.
A breakthrough in magic that we've never experienced before.
Boy,
The
I
head-
didn't think it was that.
The headmaster. You have great potential. But there's more to being a teacher than just thesis writing. You need to invigorate those who listen and give them your spirit so they can pursue further knowledge. As far as this goes, my vote on your unrestricted access is contingent on you showing that you can teach. Inspire me. And you're in. Everyone else goes, yeah, that seems fair. That's fair.
I don't want to argue with this guy.
Fair enough.
Well then, feel free to use the faculty lounge. We have cookies and cakes and various things. They're kind of celebrating. It's like, woo! It's a day that the teachers don't have to teach, and we bring other people to do our work.
Sounds like a good day for you all.
It is. So is there anything you guys want to shop for, or do you guys want to just jump to that?
I mean, I imagine Soren will try to grab something, some snack or something unusual.
When you walk up, it is it's an elf who's you in the arcane sugar shack, doing some twisting and bringing up some like cotton candy and doing some deep fried things, and goes, "How can I help you?"
I would like to try something unusual and new.
Do you want something that is a burst of flavor? Maybe something a little more ice on the palate? Maybe something that dances flames in your mouth?
Let's go with the second one.
Pop of cold?
Yes, let's do the pop.
One moment. Okay, and he like reaches back, pulls up. You see him pull out like milk, sugar, cream. Starts. All right, and then we infuse this, and then we ice knife, and then we shape it with shape water.
Oh no, 5-foot radius.
Make an X save.
I call this frosted milk. This
I
one
see.
is a beautiful balance of mint and chocolate.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. What do I owe you?
Are you a student or are you with one of the speakers?
I am with one of the speakers. The one
Which
known
one?
as Chet. He's here to teach about Lorena, what does your boyfriend teach? Is it enchantments?
Morena, you would know his school is enchantment.
Yeah, it's enchantment.
Ah, yes, that is right. He is here to speak about enchantments and magic. He is the one with the cowboy hat.
All right, then it's free for you. Anything for you? Anything for you, lady? Maybe you want something that jolts your senses, really awakens your tongue.
Insight.
That's what Chet was for this morning.
Oh,
That was the flavor of spice.
It got spicy, all right.
Oh, no, we're not going to make that a thing that peppers get brought into the bedroom. I'm sorry.
so what'd you get? You got a
That
plus
is 13.
13.
13.
He's not meaning anything harmful by it.
Okay. I'll have one.
All right, and then you see him bring out some sugar and begin to cook it, and you see him like bring out vials of things, and he forms it into a bowl full of what appears to be like hard candies. You'll go. I like to call those battle bodies.
In the background, you hear, "Oh my head! Why does it hurt?"
You're not supposed to eat it that quickly.
Oh, sorry. It's good though.
Good. It's warheads. You're eating very sour candy.
Warhead battle bodies.
And for you, sir.
I get it. Do you have anything unique in flavor?
Like how unique?
Surprise me.
Here's a vomit flavored jelly bean.
And just he goes back over and he starts to whip up more sugars and confectionery. All right, and then we add some chili flakes to this and some hot powder, and then we dip it in. Okay, and for you, pulls out a chocolate bar on a stick. Now inside is a scorpion.
Ooh.
The poison's been altered in a way that it causes your mouth to go into like a sweet burn numbing sensation. The chocolate is also spiced.
Question, would that affect me? Since I'm...
No.
Yeah. I was like, Thank you. Crunch.
It is delicious. I call that the flaming fudge stick.
That's my nickname in high school.
So mad at you. Do you normally sell these? Is this just like for special occasions?
Oh, I've actually only been doing this for about 2 months. I've been practicing, and this is actually my thesis project.
I give it work. You know, I might just have to revisit you at some point because this is delicious.
Well, thank you. I would love it. Please, please let everyone know. The Arcane Sugar Shack. As you make your way to the seats, you see people are starting. You know, it's pretty early. There's not too many people there, but as the hours go on, more and more people start filling in. Some of the individuals recognize you, and where you're sitting, you had pretty good seats, but they're like, "No, no, no, no. You're with Chet. You come with us." And you're sitting in one of the upper decks looking down and have a perfect vantage point, and you're close enough where you can see him very well. And after, it's about 30 minutes to presentation time, you hear somebody roll up next to you. So they just let anybody up here, huh? Guys think I wouldn't miss Devin, your boy Devin wouldn't miss Chet's debut onto the stage.
Soren turns. He's got like an ice cream mustache in his beard. Look, Devin.
How many of those have you eaten?
He's just like, they're free.
We're not charging you. You can't eat them too fast, though. It's the only thing slowing me down.
Oh, dear Lord. All right.
I worked hard, all right.
I know you do. I'm not saying anything. You do you, bud. You do you. Have one for me, I guess. Who's this?
Oh, yes. He'll put his cup down. Devin, meet Hebnes, our new friend.
You're a
He's
Sata?
I'm glad you know what I am.
I know a lot of things. About a lot of things.
Devin is our oldest friend. He is also a god of mass power.
Don't call me a god. Your god's gonna get mad at me.
No, he said guard.
Oh, I thought you said God. I was gonna say please no.
No. Thor would strike his book down.
Indeed.
Is your
So yeah, I'm the head god here. I kind of run the law enforcement show. And the name's Devin. Nice to meet you.
Emnus?
Pleasure. You part of the crew now?
Just inducted. Or I
Okay.
guess invited? One of the two.
He's gonna root in his bag. He's gonna take out this gem and just hold it up and then crush it. All right. Puts it into a bag. Throws it up as it catches fire. I had to do that so whenever you go to the palace later, because your friends have been invited to talk to the king, which that's kind of that you just wait.
We did.
We're
We were. It's been too long.
Yes, you do have an appointment with the king in the next 2 days. You
I'm
forgot.
glad you reminded me. Yes, I forgot.
I figured appointment stuff. I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna remind you for this because it's been a long time. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna handle when you guys know about things.
Yeah.
For now until we're out of the city and then you're back on your own. So yes, you have an appointment with the king in 2 days. So they're gonna.
Too as well.
Yes, you do. In 3 days, up in the Artificer section of which is actually north, a little northeast from where you are now.
I was like, I know we had another appointment. I don't remember what it was for, but
You owe him for making the bracelets.
that's
You're about
right.
to owe him more.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, we just had another person who's gonna probably need a bracelet.
So, so if you guys just in 2 days just show up in the morning, we'll get you through. That was just to make sure that you're not killed or detained on sight when you enter in. They now have your face. So, did they ever tell you that time I punched a hobgoblin so far he ragged all across the city? That was a good time, wasn't it?
He went very far.
Tell me more about this punching.
He's gonna show his gauntlets. Normally, I don't do too much in the way of punching. I mean, I'm not trained probably as well as you are. I can tell by your hand wrappings and what you're wearing. I have these babies got a few tricks up their sleeves. I don't have the ability to conjure anything from myself, but these things, ooh.
Impressive.
So yeah, that's my thing. And you?
Oh, just a little here and there. Just a bap bap with some healing.
He has healing punches.
That don't make no sense. Punches are for fighting, not for healing.
Oh, they can be for fighting too.
I know
but...
a love tap's a thing, but I didn't realize you could actually like love tap someone.
Oh yeah, I could go either way. Just be like, bah, healer, bah, Bane. A little bit of not actually Bane, but like
So you can cast Bane. Jesus.
My punch of Bane.
So after you guys are talking and vamping, Devin's gonna. So Miranda, how you doing?
Elated.
Good. I mean, I know you guys got your
Doing
body
great.
back. Why? Because you got your body back?
Yes.
Real quickly, so like
Absolutely.
our bodies were swapped a little bit ago. It was weird, but we're back.
If you're talking body.
Oh yeah, they had their whole thing where she was in his body and he was in Chet's body and Chet was in her body.
Magic stuff.
It won't be the last time.
We're gonna swap later.
At this point, you see the torches up front change color to signify that the Chet's about to come out. And everyone's like, okay, Devin's like, okay, we'll catch up later. We'll get drinks after this to celebrate all of this. I'm so excited. I want to be able to make fun of Chet if he does bad, but also he immediately cuts it. But also give him the good recognition he deserves if he does well.
What a bit.
As everything starts to quiet down, Soren's just gonna pull up his bracelet and whisper, "Remember, you got this, bro."
I don't think Chet has a bracelet.
You should.
Chet has message.
We need one for Chet. That's why we called Zolto.
Yeah.
I thought we had gotten that figured out by now.
Yeah, you don't have one yet.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've forgotten the
Yeah.
thing.
I imagine you just yell it. Good luck.
Now wait till he comes out on stage. It'd be extra loud.
So, with the head, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our keynote speaker. Welcome to the School of Enchantment, and we would like to proudly present someone from across the waves, our brother in knowledge, Chester Chet Boone Hartley.
Just Soren in the background.
People just the only one screaming out. So right when you walk out, Chet, you could just bing. You see them.
Oh boy. Now, how would you like me to do this? Do you want me to roll performance, say what I'm going to say, and then you tell me how it goes? Or...
Yes.
Okay. So, right off the bat, because I'm probably going to need it, I'm going to use my inspiration. Is that D4, D6?
We'll do a D6.
Okay. Oh my god, yes!
What?
It's a dirty 20.
Hey!
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, that's actually, so it's technically 21. I didn't add my modifier.
Still!
Yeah. So as he comes out on the stage, he's seeing everybody, Soren's yelling, he's like pumped up, he's like pulling the hat off, getting up to the podium, and he's like, whew. Man, there's a lot of people here. How y'all doing today? Let's make some noise.
And all the students who are normally very like reserved and quiet are just like, yeah. A bunch of them do like prestidigitation, like shoot off fireworks in the air.
Pew, pew, pew.
He's gonna that's what I'm talking about. All right, folks, my name is Chester Chet Boone Hartley, but you can call me Chet. And today we're gonna be talking about the wonderful School of Enchantment.
Woo, enchantment!
I heard you.
You hear a few people being like, all right, like enchantment, and then the enchantment school is like, yeah.
School pride.
Now, enchantment is all about beguiling and entrancing people, refocusing their minds, elevating their spirits, or negating their emotions. making them believe in you and using their own minds against them. And some of you might think, enchantment, man, isn't that just the stuff you wave some wands and some sparkles go off? No, 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 sir. Enchantment is one of the most dangerous schools of magic there is. But before we get into that, there's a little something that we got to talk about called the Weave of Magic. Now, I know some of you were thinking, Chet, I did not pay a whole bunch of money, boy, to have you talk to me about knitting. That's not why I'm here. But when we talk about weave, we're talking about it as if it's a metaphor. The Weave of Magic is essentially an element that's found across many planes of existence in our universe, running on tiny invisible threads that are everywhere. And they whip around us every each way, and even some creatures have this weave of magic inside of them. So some of you are going like, man, if there's a bunch of threads dangling around with magic, why don't we just reach out, grab them, and use those sumbitches? Well, I'll tell you what.
People are laughing this entire time.
Good. I'll tell you what, though.
The teacher that just said some bitches.
You have to think about the Weave of Magic as if you're making like magic chili. You have to think about each of these weaves as different ingredients. One weave, the tomatoes, another weave, the onions, another, that perfect pepper. Then you just got to put those weaves all together. And that is how we get the magic. We pull it from the universe around us.
So,
and I'm going to continue on.
He's going to continue on. Sorn, you're not one to pick up on magic, but the way that Chet is breaking this down, you get a better understanding of how Chet works. You now have a deeper understanding of how Chet's brain works, how his magic works, where his drive and passion comes from. Hemnis, you don't really know Chet, but you feel like after this, you could, like, you have a connection with Sorn, you have a connection with Chet. You're a friend, you're a fan of the arcane. You like knowing the history of magic and everything where it comes from, using your own key to manifest that into magical properties. Morena, you're just absolutely smitten.
Yep.
This man is a kind, sweet, caring individual, and you've seen his brain in action, but this is his brain in action putting on a show. So, at the end of it, everyone's standing just, I'm gonna switch schools! Enchantment!
In the wrong house.
So as at the end of the speech, Chet's just gonna take his hat off, bow, say, y'all have been wonderful. And don't forget, the School of Enchantment is the best.
And then the crowd.
And then the crowd.
And a pun, really, sir? That is beneath you.
I don't know. He said some bitches.
He said something. He's a cool teacher.
Everyone is enthralled by this. They're so carried by your tenacity and your panache and the way you speak and your rustic charm and your knowledge base. They are all for it. And this meet and greet that people were planning on having it be like you talk for about 2 hours going into it. And the entire time, it's just like, oh my god, everything making sense. The world of enchantment makes sense to us.
Enchantment's like chili. Welcome to my TED Talk.
The enchanting chili. You get about 100 people in this meeting area where other presentations are happening, but people are able to come and go. You were the keynote. You kind of kicked off the night. Other smaller things are happening there, and there's going to be another larger talk later. But in this room, about 100 people plus faculty plus you guys and Devin are all in there hanging out. And Devin just like, holy shit.
I dare you to make fun of him now. I dare you.
Did you like it?
I understand magic. Okay, not totally, but I understand it better now.
Mission accomplished.
I had to apologize for calling you dumb.
Oh, we're good, man. I can be kind of stupid sometimes. It's fine.
I gotta buy you a drink. Unless, you probably enchanted me to buy it for you.
I mean, I could. I won't.
Oh, don't do that. It would be illegal.
Kill you in the Chet,
And he gets you like a sock in the side.
that he like pulls down his eyeglasses, like the eyes of charming glasses, and then like puts them back up.
It's like the anime like glasses.
Yeah.
Marina, how do you react?
So I was going to run up to him and like swing by his neck in excitement.
Aww.
It's anime.
Just
Chet would
Chet
totally
boy.
Chet son. Nancy senpai.
so you grab and you like do a little bit of a twirl.
Yes.
That's the Orin Hose Club, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Enough.
Do-do-do-do.
Been sex for an hour.
Hamnes, how do you react?
That was definitely awesome.
Thanks, man. I just wish I could do what you monks do. Like, so during the speech, I actually make a comment about how monks influence the weave of magic in their own bodies to get their key.
So even more a connection to Hamnes.
Yeah, so I would say
Someone not trained in the arts like understands.
I just, it's easy for me to think about that stuff, like where the magic comes from.
See, that's interesting because like you think it and then like I feel it, and
Right.
it's kind of like the same but different.
Yeah, I wish I could feel it like you do. That'd be really cool.
I mean, it's one of those things where you have somewhat the thing like Odin has the knowledge of magic through the runes. He sacrificed an eye for knowledge, and that's just why I think you understand it a great deal. Is you
Light bulb.
like you have such a knowledge which allows you to understand the magic, and I think it's where I lack. I mean, my magic is through my rage more or less, but that knowledge you possess, I can, it's everyone has their own sense of it. Lorena's is very natural and probably has a lot to do with her seductive way. Sorts of
Morena's just naturally gifted.
I mean, yes. Whereas as a monk, and I guess as a satyr, it's channeled through his body, and yours is much more of where I understand as far as the knowledge of magic and understanding it. It makes sense in a lot of ways now.
That and also just being a being of magic, just very trails off.
Not wrong.
The headmaster comes over and, if I was a student and I heard that, I would change my school.
Well, it's never too late.
I think I'm pretty well into I don't think I could. I know enchantment magic. I don't think I could change.
Yeah.
But thank you for the optimism. As far as I'm concerned, he's going to hand you a very, official-looking document that has your name inscribed into it, that changes colors and glitters as you look at a different different angles, and the emblem of the school is emblazoned into the bottom right-hand corner of it. And he hands you and go, now keep this. It only works with you, but this gives you full access to the restricted and the more secret areas of the school. And I have to say, officially, welcome, Professor Hartley.
Do you think I get some frosted milk?
Just like, oh my god, this is so cool. He's like flying back and forth.
And it does say, belongs to Professor Chester Chet Boone Hartley.
I love it.
You're going to become that teacher that comes in like, the Professor Daniels, but you can call me Bob.
You can call me Chet Boy.
So that substitute.
Just gonna bring up the chair and do this classic turn it around and just sit down like leaning on the.
Yes, I'm the cool teacher.
Yeah, that's good. Now who wants chili?
Professor Hartley was my fun.
Oh, you're that one teacher from Boy Meets World.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, we're not expecting you to start teaching here anytime soon, but you are welcome to become a staff member, if whenever you so choose.
That's wonderful, man. I would love to do that. Not right away, but definitely in the future. It seems like something that I can really do.
Well, we look forward to having you come back. Now, enjoy the revelries. If you can, check out some of the other speakers. They probably won't be as flavorful as you. They're pretty dull. But enjoy the rest of your evening and have a good day,
Thank you, sir.
Professor.
Professor.
Doctor.
As he walks away. Anything you guys want to talk about? We're just gonna wine and dine and relax for a bit.
I think that's what it'd be. I mean, like,
relax.
you got through that big.
Eat more ice cream.
Nice. It was like, yeah, more frosted milk. I mean,
Frosted milk.
I mean, 'cause it's going to be one of those things where Soren's going to try and absorb a little bit more information about magic in general, but he's going to, man, it just doesn't make as much sense as when Chet said.
So, people, students come up to you. Students are interacting, be like, "Oh my God, your speech was amazing, Chet. Oh my God, we loved it. We loved it. Oh, it was so good. You inspired us. You inspired us." You have about, a good group of people being like, "We can't wait. Whenever you come back, even if we're not in school anymore, we're gonna come back. We want to take a class with you. We want to learn from you." So after about an hour of whining and dining and hanging out and people coming and going, and then a man walks up to you. Chet, I loved your speech. It was enthralling, and I feel motivated by it. This is a half-elf. He walks up to you, and he is very happy. He looks enthused to meet you.
Well, thanks, man. I really appreciate hearing that.
I came a long way once I heard that you were giving a lecture.
Oh,
Sorry.
really?
Yes.
You are a student here?
No, I'm a traveler. I go where knowledge is important, and knowledge is always important, and finding knowledge is a gift. And I always try and send regards to those who are advancing knowledge. And you see him reach up and pull up a gun. He's going to put it in your chest and pull the trigger and shoot you point blank in the chest as he says, "Fallister Gray sends his regards." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Well, that took a turn.
Welcome to my life.
I thought it was going to be Corrallin in disguise.
Boy.
Gotta get my punching fists ready.
Excuse my
Live.
Let me just
Hey,
go ahead and
the
save
way
my
that you
healing.
said that, where you were like, "Fallister Gray sends his regards," I just think of that web comment where the guy's like, "Oh, my butthole hurts. Someone help!" And somebody's like, "Oh my God, what can I do to help?" And he's like, "Tony Laduzzo sends his regards."
Except for this is an arcane pistol that was just planted under your chest and just. So you all see as this individual pulls the gun out with a speed that, not caring if anyone sees, just up. As it goes silent, and it rings out into your ears. As Chet, you are pushed down to the ground with about this big bullet hole in you. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session. Hope you guys enjoyed
God,
it.
we're in a place surrounded by magic.
I know, right? If
Thank
only we
God.
had a cleric.
Right. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Hope you enjoyed it. Can't wait for next week so we can pick up from that. Congratulations, Professor Chet.
Dude, I got so lucky. I rolled an 18, and then I got a 2 on the inspiration die, and my modifier's +1. I was
So, yeah,
ecstatic.
the fates were on your side this session.
Good, yeah.
Oh, I know. That
At
was
least until you got shot.
good. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, you take the good with the bad.
I did really well on my
Take
speech,
them
but I got
all.
shot. Evened out today. Wait, those
I'm
don't
so
even
glad to have Hemdies on board.
Hemdies.
Yeah, Andy's Motor Show.
we're excited to have Sean back in Bards and Nobles. Again, Sean did, in fact, join us when Bards and Nobles first started, before we were even streaming.
He is an OG.
He is an OG of the Stormbreakers. And we're glad to see him coming back on stream on a more regular basis. We look forward to seeing a Huey Satyr monk just running around, bit-bapping of... I feel like you should have, like, hurt and heal on your knuckles. Just...
Right?
I'm like, technically I do with either hand, but why not?
Yeah.
Metaphor.
So, with that, let's go do the rundown around the table one more time, and that'll be it for the night.
One more time. That means tomorrow you can watch Sam on the RPG table on Twitch, as well as YouTube, as she plays Vampire the Masquerade campaign called The Last Breath, where she plays Dr. Sexy. By that, I mean she has an actual name, but we always call her Dr. Sexy.
It's canon.
And then you can watch their follow-up show, Take a Breath, on Sunday, the same channel. And then this video will be on YouTube on Monday. And then later this week on Thursday, before we play, we should have a quick recap of this episode from our wonderful DM of the previous episode. So in case on Friday, if you had not seen everything, you can catch up in about a shorter amount of time. And then, yeah, we'll be back Friday for D&D.
So, thank guys so much for being a part of this. We hope you enjoyed it. There's the subs, a gifted sub for an honor of Chet's professorness. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Can't wait for next week for all of that stuff. So
Just had to get laid before.
That's why I did it. I gotta be honest with you. It was very foreshadowing with you being like, you never know who's gonna die, and Chet's like, damn, you're right.
And who says you can't have sex the day before a big game?
dun, dun.
I wouldn't have got that inspiration, so thank you, Nancy, for that.
Yeah.
Names.
Good job, guys. All around good session. Can't wait for next week. Until then, see you guys.